Hey YouTubers, good morning, Rob Moffett. Guys, this video is going to be for people who are interested in purchasing a low-cost e-bike. I bought this bike about 2 months ago, and a couple of people have asked me if I would do a review on it, an update after I've had it for a while, like 100 miles. I've got on the monitor 111 miles. I use it about twice a week, and it's been a very good bike. Let's go over some of the things that I like about it, and I've liked more since I've been using it. The number one reason you might want to be interested in this bike, I think, is for a reason I think nobody thinks about, is that lightweight. It has an aluminum frame. It only weighs 48 pounds. The reason that's important is that there's a lot of places if you want to put your bike on a bus or even take it on Amtrak, it has to be under a certain weight. Usually it's 50 pounds. There are very few inexpensive e-bikes out there that are lightweight. And I don't consider it 48 pounds lightweight, but it's under the 50-pound weight. So the number one asset this bike has over almost every other bike out there is its low cost and lightweight because of the aluminum frame. It's only 48 pounds. So if you want to take it on a bus, let's say your bike breaks down and you want to get home, a lot of times an Uber can't take your bike because it won't fit in their car. You could put this on a bus because it's only 48 pounds. The second thing that I really liked about this bike that I really didn't think about too much was the cruise control. When you hold the throttle for I think it's like 30 seconds, and then you release it, it'll stay at that speed, and it's been very handy. I like to, because I have a comfortable seat and I've raised up the handlebars, I can sit up like in a cruiser instead of you're leaning down like on a mountain bike and you're putting all of your force on the pedals, where I'm not pedaling. I'm just using the motor. So like if I'm on a trail or someplace, there's no traffic or other bicycles, and I don't have to worry about getting run over. I can just put on cruise control and sit up straight, put one hand on the handlebar, and just relax, go down the lane. It's really, even like some of the off-road trails that aren't too bad, that a lot of grass, that it'll plow through, and you can go real low speed along the river, and it's kind of fun to have the cruise control. The battery, I have not been able to, I go for like an hour and a half maximum, but that's stopping and go. So I find that like the previous bike I had was the Jetson Bolt. The battery would sometimes die before I got home. This one, I still have like only one bar went down on the monitor, and it takes me like 2.5 hours to charge back up. So have had, for the usage I'm putting it in through, I'm not having any difficulty with the battery at all. I purchased this bag, so when I have the bicycle home, I take the battery off. After I charge it, I put it in the bag, and this is semi-fireproof, and it's rubberized. So I like to be safe. I don't charge except for I don't overcharge. Once it's charged, I unplug it, and I keep it off the bicycle until it's ready to go again. I find that if you have a really good battery, the only other reason for people to have fires are a bad charger or something wrong with their battery. They refurbished it, or they did something to it, or they dropped it. The seat, I replaced the seat because I'm not going to be using it as a mountain bike, and I wanted something more I could just sit up straight. And it's more comfortable than the other one, but it's still not that comfortable. It's still not that comfortable. The tires, I was initially wanting to get a road bike for the city, and these are like kind of off-road mountain bikes. And a few times I've gone off the sidewalk and the street through grass and mud and gravel and stuff. I've been really happy I had those tires. So I'm kind of pleased that I went with the mountain bike. I do wish sometimes that I had purchased the walk-through or whatever you call it. This bar is in here because I like to put a basket on the back, because when I go trash picking on Thursdays, stuff you find big stuff won't fit in the bags. By the way, the bag and the rack I added along with the mirrors and the extension to the handlebar. The light in the front, I'm not that happy with it. It's not that strong. The brakes aren't that good. They work, but they're not optimum. They could be better. The mirrors are excellent. I added these also. I don't know why anyone would not have mirrors. They've been really handy and inexpensive. The gears, I don't pedal that often, but they do work. I don't know why I would need 21 gears in here in South Florida, as flat as a pancake, but they do work. When I'm pedaling without the assist of the motor, I don't think it pedals as well as a regular bike without the motor. I do think there is some friction somewhere. I don't seem to pedal quite as well with the electric bike with the motor off as I would with a regular bike. But it's not that bad compared to the Jetson Bolt. And like I said, I just love to death the fact that it's 48 pounds instead of over 50, so I can take it on the bus if I need to. I've taken it on the bus a couple times. The tires just fit into the frame. They're a little snug, but that's perfect. They're not too big, they don't fit. I think the bus will take down to minimum size 20-inch. These are 26. So it's been a pleasure to use. It's been very handy to help replace having no car at the moment. And it's the speed goes to 21 miles when it first got it, but now it's about 20 miles, which I think is a limit for level 2 classification to electric bikes, e-bikes, because you've got class 1, class 2, class 3. I think class 2 can't be over 20 miles. Maybe it's 25. So it's been an enjoyable bike for the cost. I kind of think this is a good deal. I haven't had any issues at all. So you might want to look into the Ancheer Gladiator. Yeah, I am Spartacus. No, you're not. No. All right, guys. Hope this was helpful to you. And I'll be putting on new videos every week, like every week for the last 17 years on different subjects. A variety channel. You never know what you're going to find because I never know what I'm going to be thinking about doing. All right, guys. Take care. See you out there.